Zeus, we need to talk about all these kids you keep having. I have kids? Yes, Zeus. Unprotected intercourse with every single woman you encounter will often result in having kids. Oh, who knew? Everyone but you. Anyway, these child support payments are bleeding you dry. What? That's horrible! Yeah, but I ran the numbers, and it looks like with a little bit of self-restraint... Why am I paying child support? I never agreed to that! Okay, I think you're focusing on the wrong thing here. Who do these women think they are? I'm gonna take care of this. Zeus, look, we both know you are not the kind of guy who knows how to handle this kind of situation. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'll let my wife handle it. No! Wisdom with Mimir. Your kid is fat because of you. You're the one who's been feeding him. He doesn't have any money or a driver's license. You have full control over what he can eat. So quit criticizing your kid for being fat. They're not the one who's screwed up here. Hey, what do you call a bird who becomes a Filipino vampire? A manananggal. So here's a mythical creature who's just kind of a dick. The Saci from Brazilian folklore. He's a magical, dark-skinned creature with one leg, a pipe, and an enchanted red cap, which allows him to teleport. Now, the Saci is a trickster, but he never causes any major problems. Instead, he prefers to cause every kind of minor inconvenience he can think of. This dude will hide your stuff, set your animals loose, tease your pets, spill your salt, spoil your food, burn your food, drop flies into your food. If you have a chicken egg that isn't hatching or a popcorn kernel that isn't popping, it's because of this asshole. There are ways to counter him, though. If you cross a river, he won't follow. If you give him some tobacco, he'll leave you alone. And if you steal that red cap of his, he'll grant you a wish in exchange for it back. But apparently that red cap is so smelly, it'll leave you with an odor you can never wash out, so is it worth it?
This is all your fault. You couldn't keep it in your pants. Your libido has endangered us all.
And now, pickup lines. Ooh. Girl, you're so hot you could melt all of Niflheim. I feel bad for Odin. I couldn't bear to look at you with only one of my eyes. You can call me Thiassi, 'cause I'm gonna carry you away with me. Baby, you've turned my little dwarf into a stone giant. I should give you a golden boar, because you are a goddess. Yes, I know Baldur's dying and all, but that's still a mistletoe, and you know what that means. Hey, you know why the other Olympians are annoyed with Dionysus? Because of the constant whining. Fun fact! Do you know where the dwarves originated from in Norse mythology? Well, it's an interesting story. It starts with Ymir. Ymir was the first giant, and he was so big that when he was eventually slain by the gods, his body became the world itself. Like, his curves became the mountains, his chest hair became the forests, his blood became the oceans, and so on and so on. However, what also happened was maggots started tunneling through his inner body, and as they ate through him, the parts that they ate through eventually solidified into tunnels and caverns, which would later be known as either Nidavellir or Svartalfheim, the realm of the dwarves. And those maggots themselves eventually evolved into dwarves. So yeah, in Norse myth, that's why dwarves live in caverns, and I guess that's supposed to be why they're small, because they used to be maggots. That must feel really weird.
You ruined everything, you stupid bitch. You ruined everything, you stupid, stupid bitch. You're just a lying little bitch who ruins things.
Dude, I love how creative Vishnu and Shiva's avatars are. Does Ganesh have any avatars? Oh, he does. His most important avatar is called Vinaraj, and when he takes that form, he has the head of an elephant. Wait, doesn't Ganesh already have the head of an elephant? Yes, but now the name is different. Okay. Does he have any other avatars? Oh yeah, he's got like 8 of them. Here, take a look. Bro, they all look the same. Like, exactly the same. Why even change their names? Like this one right here. Gajanana. What does that mean? Oh, he's a special one. See, his name translates to the Lord with the elephant face. They all have elephant faces! But different names. Hey, you know how many sides a pyramid has? 2. An inside and an outside. So here's a mythical creature with a pretty crappy way of defending itself. The Bonacon from Galatia. This is a bison-like creature with a horse's mane and backwards-facing horns. Though I'm not sure why it even has those horns, since the legend specifically says they are useless in a fight, and because of this, when the creature is under attack, it will spray its attacker with fiery acidic diarrhea. Then the creature runs away, leaving behind a trail of this deadly duty, which sometimes goes on for as long as 660 feet. That's a whole lot of fiery feces. Apparently anyone who tries to touch this poop can get severely burned or even killed. Though I'm not sure why anybody wants to touch it, to be honest. In medieval times, depictions of this creature were used for comedic effect. So apparently people always liked poop jokes, they were just a lot more hardcore back then. Yo, Heimdall, what you doing? Oh, you know, just standing here, guarding the Bifrost and keeping watch for Ragnarok every single second of every single day. You okay? I haven't slept in 38 years. Oh, well, maybe you should take a nap now and then. Oh, no, I know how this works. The second I take a break, Ragnarok will happen, and I won't be here to blow the horn, and then everyone will get mad at me. It's okay, I just think I need another coffee, or 7. How many coffees have you had? I don't know. I lost count. Ah! What the hell was that? Sorry, that's involuntary. It happens every few minutes. Death can't come fast enough. Alright, sir, we apparently need to come up with some new Japanese mythical creatures. Didn't we already make like 1 million? Yeah, but we're just gonna keep making more. Fine, how about this? Sir, that is a sandal. Not anymore. Now it's a monster. I cannot believe that worked. Got anything else? How about that? Why are you pointing at my foot? I think you know. Well, that happened. Alright, what's next? How about the wall? The wall? Yeah, the wall. Let's just say the wall's a monster. Why the hell not? Sir, look. We cannot just... I don't even care anymore. Hey, you know how many rulers ancient Egypt had? A fair amount. Here's something you might not know about Indra. Indra, the Hindu god of thunder and ruler of the Hindu gods, is also known as the one with 1,000 eyes. You want to know how he got those eyes? It started when Indra became infatuated with a beautiful woman who also happened to be the wife of a powerful sage. One day Indra decided enough is enough, and he went and he had his way with her. A thunder god king who bangs other people's wives. Now why does that sound familiar? When the sage found out, he was none too happy, and decided to curse Indra by covering his body in 1,000 vaginas. That's a new one. Indra spent a long time in seclusion and shame, but eventually the great god Brahma convinced the sage he'd been punished enough, so he turned the vaginas into eyes. Though I do wonder what a man living in solitude with a body covered in vaginas was doing with his spare time. You know, Kratos, based on what I've heard about you, you seem to have matured quite a bit since you left Sparta. Yes, well, I'm a father now, so obviously things are different. You were a father before. You had a daughter. Her name was Calliope. Oh, yeah. Forgot about all that. Well, I'm also an old man now, and with age comes change. You're a god. You don't age. Well, I have a beard now. That's true. You do have a beard. Beards change people. You ever think maybe the Greek gods are real? Nah, but that'd be funny. Can you imagine living in a world that was once ruled over by some old guy in a big white palace who spent all his spare time just trying to hook up with any woman he could, much to the detriment of his bitter, evil wife who couldn't stand him? You mean like Bill Clinton? Oh, yeah. Hey, what do you call ancient Mexican machinery? Aztec. I have a question about Persephone. So, in Greek mythology, if you eat the food in the underworld, you have to stay in the underworld. And Persephone once ate half a pomegranate, or 6 seeds of it, depending on the version you read, so she now has to spend half of every year in the underworld, because she ate half a pomegranate. But during that half a year she spends every year in the underworld, does she not eat anything else? Because if she did, then that would extend her stay, right? Does she just starve for half of every year? Or is the food in the underworld just awful? Like, is that pomegranate she ate just so bad she doesn't want any more? Is that why she only ate half of it? Could be.